Well, the reason that we started Inertech is that we felt the equipment and systems that were being utilized in mostly data centers, because they were the big users of chiller plants, had not really caught up to the times. The technology in the data center itself was miles ahead of what the infrastructure was that was going into those data centers. You know, for the most part, the electrical systems and the mechanical systems were pulled out of big buildings and just utilized for data centers, and we didn't see them as the right fit. So we started Inertech to really make a dent in that and try to get companies and people to think differently of how you cool and how you power these data centers. We have 11 patents in place. We have numerous patent pending applications both here and abroad. We're in the close to 40 patents that have been submitted. The original patent that was filed back in 2010 was a foundational patent which we built that can affect not just the data center industry, but affect other hospital systems, makeup air systems, turbine systems. The technology can be used broadly across many different commercial and industrial processes. All of the equipment that we deploy on our sites are tied into our Energy Metrics platform and give constant feedback of the operation, not only of that equipment, but how it reacts in the particular site that we're operating in. So the difference between that delivery model and a traditional data center model is, a traditional data center model, they install the equipment based on whatever the availability is of that equipment for a particular environment that they buy in. So they have a 3-bid process, whatever chiller, whatever generator is a low bid, that ends up in your data center. They're not necessarily connected to a feedback loop back to the factory to figure out, hey, what works on this system, where can we improve, and how do we optimize what's there, and how do we deliver better systems going forward. And I think that's really the difference, is we're an integrated solution end to end, where the majority of other data centers, they just have the tools that are there that the manufacturers give them, and they're not necessarily getting in-depth information on how that particular machine is running until it actually has an alarm or a problem. We're actually looking at how our system is operating against a baseline of when it was commissioned. And that is the worst case scenario. I've commissioned to 100% capacity. How is my system supposed to operate under this environment and in the worst case scenario? And if I'm going away from that, it immediately has us focused on that equipment and what the issues are and how to treat them. So we have a rigorous process where we certify the folks that are operating our data centers in a factory setting under the same conditions basically that they would have out on these data center sites. We have a tight integration with our factories that provide the equipment as well, and we're constantly updating based on best operating conditions, best parameters that they should be operating under, and we're monitoring these systems constantly anyway. So our certification process, not only is it internal to the Inertech folks and the factory folks that are building this equipment, but it's also to the people on site, as well as the various service companies that we deal with in these different environments as well. We have their folks trained on our equipment as well and certified.